So continuing with alcohol, phenol and ethers, our next topic is phenols. Phenol have structure benzene ring having OH group. First of all, we start with methods of preparation. First method of preparing phenol is from sodium benzene sulfonate. So when sodium salt or benzene sulfonic acid is heated with sodium hydroxide, at 573 Kelvin, we will be eliminating a molecule of sodium sulfide. Water is also eliminated and we get sodium phenate or sodium phenoxide is obtained. It is treated with dilute HCl to remove NaCl and we get phenol. So this is first method of preparing phenol, that is from sodium salt or benzene sulfonic acid. We got phenol. Then we are having second preparation, that is from BDC, that is benzene diazonium chloride. N2Cl. It is boiled with water and will give you N2 and HCl. They are eliminated, we get phenol. Third method is from sodium salt of salicylic acid, that is sodium salicylate. CONA. It is treated with 2NaOH. In the presence of calcium oxide, this is soda lime mixture. Then we'll be eliminating sodium carbonate and we get ONA. That is sodium phenoxide and loss of water molecule is there. This on treatment with dilute HCl, it will give you phenol. Then we have fourth method, that is from cumene. Cumene is isopropyl benzene. It is a sweet smelling compound. It is subjected to aerial oxidation. Left in air for some time, then aerial oxygen will oxidize it. This is called as aerial oxidation. It will give you cumene hydroperoxide. This is called as cumene hydroperoxide. It is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid. When we get phenol plus acetone CH3COCH3. So this is our fourth method of converting cumene into phenol. Then we have from fifth method, that is from Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent is phenyl magnesium bromide. It is subjected to aerial oxidation. It will give phenoxy magnesium bromide first of all. It is hydrolyzed with water in acidic medium to give you phenol plus MgBrOH. So Grignard reagent can also be used to get phenol. Then we have dose process. In dose process, chlorobenzene is treated with sodium hydroxide at 573 Kelvin and 200 atmosphere. Then we get sodium phenate, which on hydrolysis produces phenol. So our sixth method is from chlorobenzene. two molecules of it, they react with NaOH at 573 Kelvin and 200 atmospheric pressure. That will give us sodium phenate. NaCl is lost, loss of water takes place. This on hydrolysis with dilute HCl, it will give you phenol. Thus NaCl is obtained by this method. So this process is also known as Dawes process. It is a name reaction known by the name. It is called as Dawes process. So name reactions, they are always starred. You have to keep memory of these reactions because these are very important reactions. Next is another name reaction, that is Raschig process. Here the vapors of benzene, HCl and oxygen, they are passed over heated cuprous chloride at 573 Kelvin. Then we get two molecules of chlorobenzene and two water is lost here. Chlorobenzene treated with SiO2 in the presence of water at 773 Kelvin hydrolyzes chlorine and produces phenol plus HCl is obtained in this method. So this is Raschig process of getting phenol. Then we have by the oxidation of benzene. When benzene is treated with oxygen in the presence of catalyst vanadium pentoxide, then we get at 570 Kelvin we get two molecules of benzene, two molecules of phenol. This is our 8th method. 9th method is from coal tar. Coal tar, when subjected to treated with sodium hydroxide reacts with the phenol which is present in the coal tar and it will produce sodium phenoxide. Sodium phenoxide on treatment with HCl will give you phenol plus NaCl. So these are the methods how to get phenol. Then we come to the physical properties of phenol. First physical property, they are colorless liquids and in solid state they are become somewhat brown due to oxidation by aerial oxidation. The oxygen present in the air that oxidizes the phenol, changes them into brown colored compound. They are sparingly soluble in water. They are not easily soluble in water. They are sparingly soluble in water, and due to hydrogen bonding with water molecule, it has been observed that dihydrate phenol, the phenol having 2 OH group or 3 OH trihydrate phenols, they are soluble easily in water because they are capable of forming more hydrogen bond with the water molecules. Then we come to the acidic character of phenol. Coming to the chemical properties, after doing physical properties, we come to the chemical properties. First is the acidic nature. Phenols are showing resonance. Due to resonance, the carbon-oxygen bond of the phenol acquires double bond character, and OH bond, it acquires more polarity. When OH bond is more polar, it is capable of releasing proton more easily. So first of all, we see the resonance in phenol. Since oxygen has got two lone pair of electron, out of these two lone pairs, one lone pair will enter in the benzene ring, that is called as resonance. When lone pair is in conjugation with double bond, it will always enter in the resonance. This lone pair then comes in this position, this will be coming at the para position. Para position we are having lone pair. So this is our next resonating structure. when this lone pair comes here, it will form bond here, and this will go at this terminus ortho position. In all of these resonating structure, when lone pair will come here, we will get a structure which is similar to the first structure, but the position of double bond in the benzene ring that has changed. So these are the resonating structures of phenol. If we want to draw resonance hybrid of phenol, then we will be seeing this is a single bond. Lone pair started its journey from oxygen, enters in the benzene ring, oscillates in the benzene ring. It is having negative charge here. This is having slight negative positive charge. So this is resonance hybrid of phenol. Now due to positive charge on oxygen it is anti to the nature of oxygen. It is always electronegative in nature and tends to pull electron from the OH bond. In this case, since it has acquired positive charge due to resonance, it has become electron deficient. So it will definitely pull electron from OH, and OH bond becomes polar. Due to this reason, this phenol is capable of releasing a proton in the form of H positive ion, and oxygen acquire negative charge. This proton is lost. This is called as phenoxide. Now, acidic strength of the phenol, that will depend upon the fact whether this phenoxide ion is more stable or it is phenol which is more stable. It has been observed that phenoxide also undergoes resonance, and its resonating form, they do not involve separation of charges. As we have seen here, separation of charges is there. They are having positive and negative centers. So such resonating structure which are showing the separation of positive and negative charges, they are less stable as compared to those structures which do not show the separation of charges. Let us see resonance in phenoxide ion. Phenoxide ion does not involve separation of any charge. Let us see the resonance of phenoxide ion. Oxygen is having 3 lone pair of electron now, out of which 1 lone pair will enter in the benzene ring, and this double bond will shift to the ortho position, and we get the negative charge on the ortho position. Oxygen is now doubly bonded. Then we come here. This lone pair comes here, and the next lone pair goes to the para position. Oxygen does not acquire positive charge here because it is having its all 6 valence electrons intact. Then this will form bond here. It will come at this position in the negative form. Oxygen is positively charged again. Oxygen is no charge. Ring is having negative charge. Then in the end it comes at the benzene ring, and oxygen is having now 3 lone pair, now acquire negative charge. If we see the resonance hybrid of phenoxide ion, oxygen having 2 lone pair, 1 lone pair goes in the ring and it migrates. So you can say that negative charge is floating continuously with ease from oxygen to benzene ring. So phenoxide ion, it is more stable since it does not involve separation of charges. So this equilibrium has net tendency to shift in the forward direction. It means phenols are capable of releasing protons as compared to alcohols, where neither alcohol nor alkoxide ion is capable of showing resonance. So this question is often asked, why alcohols are weaker acid than phenol, or why phenols are stronger acid than alcohol. The reason for that is neither alcohol nor alkoxide ion formed after loss of proton, they are capable of showing resonance. But in case of the phenols as well as phenoxide ion, both are capable of showing the resonance, and it has been observed the resonating forms of phenoxide ion, they are more stable as compared to resonating forms of phenol, because they do not involve separation of charges. Such resonating structure, they are more stable, which do not involve separation of charges. Therefore, phenol acquires net tendency to lose proton, which explain its acidic character. Now we'll give some reactions as we done in case of the alcohols. The reactions confirming acidic character of the phenols. Similarly, we'll be seeing action of sodium metal as we done in case of the alcohols, action of acid halide, acid anhydride. So all these reactions, Cotton-Bowman reaction, all these reactions they are to be discussed. So our next topic will be the reactions confirming acidic character of phenols. First is action of sodium metal. Phenol combines with sodium metal, giving a salt-like compound that is called as sodium phenate or sodium phenoxide. This is ONA plus half H2 is released. Then we have action of sodium hydride. Phenol combines with sodium hydride. We get sodium phenoxide plus H2 is released. Then we have third action of acetyl chloride. Phenol combines with acetyl chloride, releases hydrogen and gives you phenyl ethanoate. This is ester. This is called as phenyl ethanoate. Similarly, phenol can combine with acetic anhydride in the presence of basic medium. We get OCOCH3 plus acetic acid. This is called as phenyl ethanoate, or this is called as ester. So this is the reaction with acetic anhydride. Then we have the reaction of Grignard reagent. Similar to alcohols, phenol can release hydrogen, and alkyl group of the Grignard reagent changes into alkane heated in tetrahydrofuran solvent. We'll get CH4 plus phenoxy magnesium bromide. This is the action of Grignard reagent, metal hydride. Then we have the next action of phenyl acetate, that is Fry's rearrangement. When phenyl acetate is heated, this is ester. This is this compound when it is heated in the presence of ferric chloride. This group COCH3 migrates to either ortho or para position. We will get ortho-hydroxy acetophenone plus para-hydroxy acetophenone. So these two products are obtained. This reaction is called as Fry's rearrangement. The mixture is refluxed with FeCl3 or it is refluxed with AlCl3. This will give you the product ortho-hydroxy and para-hydroxy acetophenone. So these are the few reactions which are confirming acidic character of the phenols. Now we come to the reactions of phenol which will confirm the reactions of OH group in phenol. So phenol also shows the reactions of OH group just similar to alcohol. So next heading is action of OH group in phenols. Reactions of OH group in phenols. So first is the action of zinc dust. Phenol when heated with zinc dust, it is converted into, it will lose ZNO, zinc oxide is lost, and we get benzene. Then phenol react with PCl5. We have seen this reaction during preparation of aryl halides. We get chlorobenzene, POCl3 plus HCl is obtained. This is chlorobenzene. Then we have third action of ammonia on phenol. Phenol reacts with ammonia in the presence of anhydrous ZnCl2, loses water and gives aniline. So this is the action of ammonia. Then we have action of methyl alcohol and ethyl alcohol. Phenol reacts with methyl alcohol in the presence of thorium oxide. It will give you anisole plus water. Then it is treated with ethyl alcohol. It will give you mannitol. So these are the reactions of OH group. Then we come to the reactions of benzene ring. When I told you earlier, in case of the arylides, whenever we are watching the reactions of benzene ring, 4 reactions are automatically there. They are halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, and Friedel-Crafts reactions. So we are taking the reactions of benzene ring. First reaction, as we know, halogenation. Phenol can be halogenated by 2 ways. First of all, it is treated with aqueous bromine, 3 molecules of it. They react, 3 HBr is lost, and we get 2,4,6 tribromophenol. This reaction takes place in the presence of sodium bisulfite. We get 2,4,6 tribromophenol. Then if we want to get the monohalogenated product, first of all we acylate this group by treating it with CH3COCl. In the presence of OH, it will remove HCl, we will get OCOCH3. Now it is treated with Br2 in the presence of non-polar solvent CS2. Then it will give you 2 products, orthoacetoxy bromobenzene and para-acetoxy bromobenzene. These 2 products, when they are obtained, they are hydrolyzed with acidified water, and acetic acid is lost from both the molecules, and we'll get phenol, orthobromophenol, and para-bromophenol is obtained. So halogenation can be limited to one position also. If we are using some non-polar solvent, if aqueous conditions are used, if we are using a polar solvent, then the reaction cannot be stopped at monohalogenated state. Then we have nitration. Nitration also produces the product, that is ortho and para nitrophenol. Phenol treated with nitric acid. We get mixture of ortho nitrophenol plus para nitrophenol. This reaction takes place at 330 Kelvin. If reaction is brought at still higher temperature, we will get the mixture of picric acid, 3HNO3 concentrated. Reaction is at 373 Kelvin. Concentrated sulfuric acid is used as catalyst. Concentrated H2SO4, we get 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. This is also called as picric acid. It is a yellow dye and is explosive. Picric acid. Or it is used as a yellow dye to fabrics. So this is nitration. Then we have sulfonation. Phenol react with sulfuric acid at two different temperature. At 288 Kelvin, they will produce ortho hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid. Water is lost. And at still higher temperature, that is 373 Kelvin, they will produce para product. Para hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid will be the product. So these two products, they can be obtained. Ortho product at low temperature, and you can get para product at high temperature. Then we have the next reaction, that is Friedel-Crafts reaction. So in Friedel-Crafts reaction, what happens? We are treating phenol. This is Friedel-Crafts reaction. Phenol is treated with tertiary butyl chloride in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3. This tertiary butyl group, get introduced at ortho position or at para position. And loss of HCl takes place here. So these are 4 reactions of engineering. After doing these reactions, we'll start with the special reactions of phenol. There are 10 special reactions of phenol on which generally questions are asked in the examination. Either they are asked directly or in the form of name reactions. So after this, we will be dealing with the special reactions of the phenol in next lecture. Thank you very much.